Price with Healthy Fit. Welcome to Barre and Yoga SHREDDED on the beach. You don't need any equipment for today's workout. I have a towel. If you'd like a towel or mat, grab that, grab your water, and let's get started. First, position your feet or heels together, arms out in frame. We're gonna lift and lower. Keeping your heels on the floor. Nice tall frame. Reaching up overhead, getting that nice stretch in your arms. Let's hold it here. Lift and lower. Squeezing the calves. Elevate. Try to lift, and as we strengthen our ankles, lifting evenly on each one of our toes and on our metatarsal heads, the balls of our feet. Pause at the top and squeeze. Couple more. Lunge to Pelicans, starting on one leg, stepping back into a lunge. Your feet are parallel. Find your lunge into a Pelican. Option at the heel, at the calf, or a little bit higher on the quad. Never on the kneecap. Your knees are coming down straight in alignment with the toes. Ideally, we have that 90-degree bend. Let's switch sides. Other side. Stepping back into that lunge again. Check your frame. Knees in alignment with the toes. Tapping at the ankle, at the calf, or at the quad. Nice athletic arms. Next movement, we're coming into second position. So from your first position, sliding your foot out wide. Second position, plie. Arms are open. We're going to tap front, lift the leg, slide it back. Tap front and lift. Nice and wide, chest is open, nice and tall. Tap front and lift. Keep that core nice and tight. Lift and squeeze. Let's switch sides. Other side. Tap and lift. Finding your balance in that standing leg. We're building up ankle stability using our core. Last one. Going down to the floor in a glute bridge. Your feet are going to be in a diamond. Lying back comfortably, pressing up. Making that nice long line through the spine. Lifting and squeezing the glutes at the top. Squeeze and lift. No rest at the bottom as we get warmed up here. Squeeze. Create that nice long line from your tailbone all the way up to your neck. Let's hold for 2 and down. Lift and hold for 2 and down. Hold, 2, down. Opening up the hip flexors. Roll it up. Next move, plank. Feet are square. making that nice, wide, stable base. Hands are stacked under the shoulders. Push back into your down dog, plank, leg lift. Option on your knees. Still have that nice long spine. Push back into down dog. Come back to your knees, alternating leg lift. So if you're squeezing and engaging everything in your core, that leg lift's little, it's not gonna go above your gluteus. Squeeze. Pressing back into that down dog. Exhale as you come into your plank. Looking out in front of you. Lift and squeeze. Finding your breath through these movements. Squeezing the entire leg. Lift and rest. Get a sip of water. We're ready to work. As I mentioned, you don't need any equipment for this workout. We do have some balance challenging movements. So if you'd like to have a chair nearby, I don't have that luxury today, but feel free to grab a chair and I'll reference it a couple times throughout the workout. Engaging your core, find your balance in a standing leg. We're gonna start with some balance work already. Reaching your arms forward. We're gonna brush our leg front, follow through to the back. Single leg squat, bending that leg, keeping the knee in alignment with the toes. Leg lift. Now for that single leg squat, if you need to kickstand the leg, you can do that. Brush front, brush back, single leg squat, and lift. Again, remember your options. You don't have to kick as high. Brushing back, you can kickstand the leg. Little lift and squeeze, your choice. Your flexibility might be different than mine. Extend, lift and squeeze. Brush front, brush back. Single leg lift, lift and squeeze. Brush front, brush back. Is your leg burning yet? Mine is. Brush front and back. As you get fatigued, you want to watch that knee stays in alignment with the toe. Lift. We've got 20 seconds left and then we're going to switch sides. So each of our bar series are 1 minute and 30 seconds to really fatigue and build up endurance. And then we'll have our yoga for 1 minute 30, followed by a core set today. All right, let's switch legs. Shake it out. Find your balance in your other standing foot. Engage your core. Balance in your heel, the balls of your feet and your toes. Brushing front, brushing back. Single leg squat, leg lift. Let me do it from this side here to give you a different position. Brushing front and back. Single leg lift, lift and squeeze. Brushing front. Tapping down as needed, back, lift and squeeze. Again, if you're squeezing everything, that lift is a really small movement. Front. As I kickstand all over my mat, that's when you know you're doing your brush right. Lift and squeeze. Engaging that core, tapping down as needed. Slow and controlled on that single leg squat. Lift and squeeze. Couple more for me. Again, your balance and your kicks might be smaller, and that's okay. Remember, you can kickstand that leg. We want to keep the knee in alignment with the toe. Next movement, sun salutation. We're going to do some scorpion work on the top of your mat or towel. Big inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, shoulders back. Exhale, step it out to plank. On your knees or toes here, creating that nice long line through the spine. Push back into down dog. Now you do have the option on your knee here I'll show that first. Flex foot, scorpion lift, driving the knee towards the opposite elbow. Lift and squeeze. Lift. Lift, pressing up. Lift. Squeezing, and then exhale as you drive that knee towards that opposite elbow. Lift. Let's step it in. We're going to switch sides. Half lift, shoulders back. Exhale, step it out to plank. Again, you have the knee option. Lift and across. Exhale. Flexing that foot. Exhale. Engaging that core. We've got 10 seconds left. Going on to our back for our core series. Single leg reach to bicycle. Hands behind the head. Reach up, single leg reach. Bicycle, knee to elbow. Reach up. Rotating that shoulder blade off the mat. Exhaling as you reach. Control it as you come down. Reach. Exhale. Let's switch sides, other side now. Flexing the foot up. Reach. And then bend and squeeze. Exhaling as you drive your knee towards the elbow or reaching towards the toe. Taking your time as you rotate. Strong exhale to engage that core. Lifting your shoulder blade off the mat. Lift and squeeze. Are you getting that shoulder blade up? Last one. Our next set, our feet are going to be open wide in second position, wide plie. Arms are open, squat plie, squat, and then rotate into lunge. Squat plie, squat, rotate into lunge. So we want to be light on our feet when we do that rotation. Chest up nice and tall for that wide plie. Rotate. Our feet are like train tracks. They're not intersecting. Knees in alignment with the toes. Pretend your back is up against a wall for that wide plie. Keeping your heels on the ground. Are you feeling that in the inside of your legs? Say yes. Nice range of motion on that lunge. Our goal here is those 90-degree bends that we talked about in the warm-up. Last one, and then we're going to switch sides. All right, taking it to the other side. I'm digging a hole here in the beach with my heels. Wide plie twice, rotate to the side. I'm gonna actually scoot over so I'm not in the hole anymore. Again, your posture is nice and tall, opening that chest wide. Rotate. Light on your feet so you're not applying any pressure for your knees. If you need to have a chair out here for balance, that's where you'd want to position it. In in front. Rotate. We got 30 seconds left. Those adductors should be on fire. Can you get a little bit lower for me? Lower. Back is up nice and tall like you're on that wall. Last one right here. Then we'll go into our sun salutation. Come to your mat. Big inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, shoulders back. Exhale, step it out to plank. On your knees or on your toes. Hands are stacked under your shoulders. Step forward into a lunge. You have the option of being on your knee here. Sink into that lunge. Find your balance. We're coming up. Lift and lower the arms. For 4, 3. Again, knees in alignment with those toes. Look in the mirror for me if you have one available. Last one, come on down. Step back, stepping in. We're gonna repeat that on the other side. Half lift, shoulders back. Exhale, step it out to your plank. Again, check your alignment points. Nice long line through your spine, looking out in front of you. Step forward into your lunge on your knee or toe. Sink into it. Feel that good stretch on the underside of the leg. Get ready. Come on up. Big inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Controlling the knees in alignment with the toes. Last one. Step it back. And we're going to drop it down for our next movement from a quadruped position. Extend one leg, pointing the toe here, starting with a rainbow. Up and over. Up and over. Squeeze. Couple more. Again, if you have everything squeezed, your leg's not going much above your glute because your glute is preventing that movement. Let's make little circles right here. Little tiny circles with your big toe. Now I want you to take your leg out, side to side, side to side. 2 more. Come on down. In that quadruped reset, extend the leg out the other side. In that rainbow, pointing the toe, making that rainbow from one side of your mat, left to right. Point that toe, little circles with your big toe. Little tiny circles. Now let's tick-tock. Left to right. All right, stepping it in. Get a sip of water if you need it. Our next movement. From a lunge position here, we're gonna pulse 2, 3. You can reach down towards your quad. You can have athletic arms. You can touch the ground. Then we're gonna switch, tap, and reach. Pulse, 2, 3, reach. Again, we're engaging our core, our body, our feet are parallel like train tracks, knees coming in alignment with the toes, driving up, core is engaged. No loosey-goosey. 3, 2, 1, and reach. If you need to tap down, tap, find your control, and do your reach. 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. The sweat is dripping. Last one. From here, we're gonna tip into a 3-point balance, extending that leg and lift. Lift. This is where if you have a chair and you're not going down as high, down as low, you can hold onto your chair in front of you. Look behind you at that toe. Guess what? We're gonna do that on the other side. Stepping back. Feet are like train tracks. Determine your range of motion. Knees coming in alignment with toes, reaching down to the quad, the calf, or the ground. We're pulsing for 3. Tap if you need it. Drive that arm up. Balance. You're using your core muscles. 3, 2, 1, and reach. 3, 2, 1, reach. Remember, you can tap down. Tap, find your balance. Little lift. Choose what's gonna work for you. Challenge yourself. Again, your knees are in alignment with those toes. I'm gonna show you from a different angle. 3, 2, 1, and lift. All the power is coming from your glute and your quads here. Driving through that foot for balance. Engage your foot tripod. Last one. Coming back, tipping, using that chair if you need it for those leg lifts. Lift and squeeze. Your hips are square to your hands. Point that toe, squeeze it. Are you squeezing? Come on up. I've got a treat for you next. You know you're in trouble now. All right. Hands close to your body. Option 1, we're gonna come up onto our heels. Option 1, your bottom's on the ground. Tricep dips. Option 2, come up and lift. Pressing your body up. Not locking the elbows, keeping them close. You can come down to your feet if you start to get cramping or need a rest. I give you permission to alternate between the seated dips and the ones that your butt is elevated. Challenge yourself. You got this. Come down. You can rest it for a second. Give yourself a break. This is a long core block. You need to challenge yourself. I want you to be fatigued at the end. 20 seconds left. Come on. You can do it. Are you squeezing those calves? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness, right? Shake it out. Moving into a side lunge. We're gonna stick with our pulse 3. Stepping into your side lunge. Really push back into your glute. Your knee is in alignment with your toe. Pulsing 3, 2, 1. Rotate. You can rotate from your quad, your calf, or the floor. Find your balance. Tap. Drive up into your pelican. 3, 2, 1. Rotate and hold. And push off. Tap up if you need. Driving up into that pelican balance. Pushing back into the glute here. You should feel the good stretch on the inside of the leg. Yes? And drive it up. Rotate and reach. Stacking shoulder, hand together. 2, 1, reach. 3, 2, 1. Last one. Going to the other side. All right, find your balance in your foot tripod. Remember, we're transferring our weight here. Feeling that good stretch in the inside of the leg. Pushing back into your glute. 3, 2, 1, rotate and reach. Your choice, where you're at on your leg. Find your balance, tap, or drive that leg all the way through. Rotate and reach, stretch. Feeling that good stretch in the underside of the leg. Engaging your core for that balance. Reach up to the sky again. Hand, shoulder, shoulder, hand stacked. We got a couple more. Stick with me. Last one. All right. Sun salutation. At the front of your mat, nice and tall. Big inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, shoulders back. Exhale, step it out to your plank. On your knees or toes, gain that nice long line through the spine. I want your knees a little bit wider for this one. We're coming down to our forearms and up, alternating the lead arm. On your knees or toes, we're gonna do that twice, and then plank jack for 4. 3, 2, 1. Option on the plank jack. Tapping your leg out. You can step it out, your choice. Forearms, twice, and then 4 plank jacks. Your choice. Tapping, jumping. We need to have that nice long line through the spine. Imagine that string coming up from your head, looking out in front of you. Core is engaged. If you feel like your back's starting to arch, I want you to drop down to your knees here and tap, tap. Almost there. And rest. All right. Side plank, hip lift, clamshell. Whew. All right, hand, elbow is below the shoulder. Your legs are bent. We're gonna lift, open the legs in a clamshell. Feet are together, keeping the oblique engaged. Close, down, up, open, close, down. Use that imaginary resistance as you open and as you squeeze close. Both your abductors and your adductors. Inside and outside of the leg. Check your positioning. If your shoulder is not directly below the elbow, you're gonna cause strain on that shoulder joint. We don't want that. So make adjustments as necessary. Switching sides. Hip lift, open, close, down. Keeping this core, this oblique here lifted as you do your clamshell. Do you feel like a mermaid on the beach yet? I do, especially with these pants. All right. Guess what? We're in our last round. Curtsy, keeping our theme of pulsing for 3. Stepping back into our curtsy, reaching down for your quad, calf, or the floor. Pulsing 3, 2, 1. Tap if you need it. Crunch. 3, 2, 1. We want to exhale, engaging our oblique as we drive our knee towards the elbow. Even if you're right here, I still want you to exhale, engaging the entire oblique. Pushing back into the glute. If you feel any pressure in your knee, I need you to shift back. It's all right here. 3, 2, 1. How we doing? Are you feeling in the outside of that leg? Burn, baby, burn, right? Remember, these are long intervals. You should feel really fatigued of that muscle because we're only working each type one time. So by the end, I want you to feel like you are done. One more and then we're gonna switch sides. Shake it out. Side 2. Again, pushing back into that glute. Your range of motion can be at your quad, your calf, the floor, pushing it back. Feeling on the outside of the leg, pulsing for 3. Tap if you need it. Crunch. Engaging that oblique. Pulse. 2, 3. Pulse. 2, 3. Get nice and low for me. I want you to feel it in your glute medius, in the center of your butt cheek. Yes? If you don't feel it, shift that weight back. Make it happen. We are halfway done with this side. I know you're getting tired. This is our last block. Stick with me. You're gonna feel amazing when we're finished. Again, no pressure on that knee. Shift that weight backward. Get low, get low. One more. I lied, one more. All right, sun salutation from your mat. Big inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, shoulders back. Exhale, step it out into plank. On those knees or toes. Nice long line through the spine. You're not looking down at your feet. Up ahead, right in front of you. Push back into your down dog. Let's lift and lower those heels. Lift, squeeze the calves. One more. Transfer your weight back into plank. Exhale. Pulling your arms towards the outside of your mat to open up your chest on your knees or on your toes. Push back into down dog. Stretch out that back. Pressing your heels towards the floor. Lift and lower. For 3, 2, 1. Transferring your weight. Exhale into plank. Don't lock out those elbows. Nice open chest. Push back into your down dog. Stretch the shoulders. Pressing your heels down. Feel that good calf stretch. Now let's lift and lower. 4, 3, 2 more. Last move. Plank hip dips. So I want you on your forearms here, shoulder width apart. On your knees or toes, we're dropping our hip to the right and the left of our body. Engaging our core, right and left. Taking our time. Hold it in the center, right and left. Now remember, again, plank, we want that long line through the top of our head, neutral spine. Our arms are pulling towards the outside of our mat as we drop our hip to keep our chest open. Whether we're on our knees or toes, we're working our lower back, we're working our obliques, we're working all the way around our core. 360 degrees. Yes. Squeeze. If you need a break, I give you permission to shake it out. We've got 30 seconds left. Keep that core nice and tight. Dropping hip and hip. Don't let your shoulders sink down. Keep them away from your ears during this movement. 10 seconds left. You have this. We are at the finish line. Don't quit now. Nicely done. Get a sip of water. We are going to cool down. You did a great job today. We're gonna finish with some stretching, send the blood back up to our heart, slowly lower our heart rate. We're gonna finish with some glute work. Yes, because you can never have too much glute work, yes? Starting with your feet hip distance apart, laying back. We're gonna lift up, out, in, down. Creating a nice long line here from your spine all the way up to your tailbone, pressing your knees out and in. I want you to use that negative resistance, use imaginary force of your muscles to create a little bit of a challenge here. We're gonna do a couple more of these. 3 more. Nice long line through the spine, squeezing those butt cheeks at the top. All right, transferring your weight to one leg, other leg is going up, we're gonna press up. Pressing that heel, I want that foot flexed. Flex it like you're pushing the sky away from you. Switch sides. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, next move from a quadruped position. Hands stacked under the shoulders, feet are wide. We're gonna lift up fire hydrant. Opening the hip flexor, trying to keep your body nice and square to the mat. Let's switch to the other side. Find your balance, engaging your core, lift and down, lift and lower. I'll change my position so you can see it from a different side. Core is engaged. Couple more. Step it in, coming to a standing position. Big inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Allow your head to drop. Inhale in that half lift, flat back, Your body should look like a 7. You get that good hamstring stretch. Stepping back into a plank. We're not going to stay here in the plank. Push back into down dog. Let's pedal those legs right and left, right and left. Pushing the heel towards the ground each time. Back to plank. Hold it here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Push back into down dog. Pressing your shoulders back, getting that good stretch. Let's pedal those legs. Again, pushing the heel into the floor. Press it down. Press. Step it in. All right, for the next move, I have a couple variations. Quad stretch. If you can't reach your foot, using a chair behind you to rest that foot on is an option. Option 2, grab your foot, quad stretch, driving your knees together. Option 3, finding your balance in your foot, grab the inside. Gently tip forward, looking in front of you, pressing your foot into the floor for that foot tripod. Now press the top of your foot into your hand. Reach forward and stretch. Come out of it. Let's do that on the other side. Again, using a chair for this stretch. Grab your foot in a quad stretch. Knees close together. Pulling that heel towards the butt cheek. Or grab the inside of the foot. Find that balance. Reach forward. Pressing your foot tripod into the ground. Find your focal point. Pressing that foot up. And slowly come up. Big inhale. Exhale, bring your hands behind your ears. Rotate and twist. Let's do that on the other side. I hope you feel amazing. We're at the end of our time together. Make sure you tag me in your sweaty selfie at Kella Price, at Healthy Fitness Life Coach. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Barre and Yoga SHREDDED. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time.